but I go, can I just try another one? That moment comes and I just go, this is Sparta!
When Gerard Butler shouted, "This is Sparta," in 300, the world felt the power. But few know what he sacrificed behind that roar. The injuries, the brutal workouts, the mental toll. This wasn't just a role, it was a battle, one that nearly broke him. What you're about to discover will change how you see the film forever. Before its release, nobody believed 300 would succeed. It had no A-list stars, a modest budget, and an unusual visual style. But when it hit theaters in 2007, it exploded $456 million at the box office. Audiences were hooked, but behind the scenes, things weren't nearly as glorious. In fact, they were downright painful, and it gets worse. Gerard Butler revealed that someone was sent to the hospital almost daily. Real injuries from dulled weapons, torn muscles, fractured bones. One actor almost lost his eye. This wasn't movie magic, it was war. And then things got even crazier. Snyder didn't want stunt doubles. He wanted the cast to do it all themselves. The pressure? Unbelievable. The cast trained for months before filming. The infamous 300 workout pushed them to the edge. 6 hours a day of CrossFit, circuits, and fight drills. Butler's body began to fail, torn shoulder, damaged hips, and tendinitis. Yet he kept going, because failure wasn't an option. But then jaws dropped, the workout leaked online, and fans everywhere tried to survive it. Butler didn't just train his body, he trained his mind. He meditated daily, trying to channel Leonidas. He wanted to feel what it meant to face death. That mental preparation became his secret weapon. But the line between role and reality blurred. Some crew began to worry he was losing himself. And yes, it gets darker. At one point, Butler confessed he would wake up in the middle of the night, still in character, heart racing as if heading into battle. His dreams became haunted by war cries and phantom enemies. Friends off set said he started speaking with the intensity and rhythm of Leonidas, even when cameras weren't rolling. Filming took place on a hot, cramped soundstage in Montreal. 90% of the film was CGI. That meant actors swung swords at empty air. No landscapes, no enemies, just blue screens. Butler once passed out from dehydration, right there on set, and it didn't stop. Day after day, they pushed through exhaustion. "We were drowning in sweat," he said, and yet they kept going. The lights used to achieve the film's glowing, surreal aesthetic, made the heat unbearable. Some actors developed heat rashes from wearing armor for hours on end. Others admitted they would sit in silence between takes, too drained to even speak. The actors became brothers. They suffered together, bled together. Their bond off camera created the chemistry we saw on screen. It wasn't acting, it was real. They shared meals, injuries, and motivation. But that connection, it went beyond fitness. By the time cameras rolled, Butler said, we had already been through war together. And it shows. Some days they trained so hard that they couldn't walk straight afterward, but they still showed up the next morning. They held each other up, literally, when legs gave out or spirits dropped. What started as a job quickly turned into a shared mission. By the end of filming, Butler said it felt like losing a real army when they wrapped the final scene. 300 didn't just hit it out of the ballpark, it changed pop culture. The quote, "This is Sparta," became an anthem. The 300 workout went viral. Fitness magazines, memes, Spartan races, it was everywhere. And yet some fans had no idea how much pain made that legacy possible. What happened next, no one could have expected. The film became a favorite for athletes, bodybuilders, and even military trainers, who saw it as the perfect blend of discipline and mythology. Social media exploded with people attempting the 300 workout challenge, often failing by the halfway point. Fans started dressing as Spartans at conventions, proudly quoting Leonidas as if reciting scripture. The line between reality and cinema blurred, turning the film into a movement. But behind the fanfare was a deeper truth. This cultural storm was built on real sweat, real injuries, and relentless human effort. Zack Snyder's bold visual style changed cinema forever. Other films like Spartacus and Immortals borrowed heavily from 300. Studios took more risks. Comic book adaptations got darker, grittier, more artistic. But Snyder's vision came with a price. The cast sacrificed comfort, safety, and sanity to create those shots. And yes, it nearly broke them. Every frame was meticulously lit, staged, and color graded, demanding total precision from the actors. A single misstep meant repeating entire sequences under the scorching lights. Some crew members referred to the set as the Forge, a place where people were tested, reshaped, and pushed past their limits. The beauty audiences saw on screen came from a place of suffering few will ever truly understand. For Butler, 300 changed everything. He went from a virtual unknown to a global star. Roles flooded in action, romance, drama. He showed the world his range, but the pain never left. Years later, he admitted the role left permanent damage. He couldn't train for over a year. But what shocked fans most, he said he missed it. The pain made him feel alive. In interviews, he confessed that nothing ever matched the raw intensity of 300. It wasn't just a movie, it was the moment he discovered what he was truly capable of. But that level of transformation came with a cost he's still paying. Even now, certain movements trigger old injuries, reminders of the role that both made and nearly unmade him. 300 left a legacy far beyond Hollywood. It started conversations about masculinity, sacrifice, and what it means to be a warrior. Or it inspired a generation of gym-goers and filmmakers. But its greatest legacy? Showing that greatness comes with sacrifice. That behind every iconic moment is someone willing to suffer for their art. Gerard Butler did just that, and we'll never watch 300 the same way again. Decades from now, it won't just be remembered as an action film, it will be remembered as a symbol of relentless commitment. Film schools now analyze it for its revolutionary visuals, while athletes still reference its training ethic. Even those who never watched it recognize the image of Butler screaming from the cliff's edge, spear in hand, defiant until the end. That scene, frozen in cinematic history, represents something universal, the fight to leave a mark. And for Butler, that mark was carved in blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. Now that you know the truth behind 300, what do you think? Was the sacrifice worth it? Did Gerard Butler go too far? Drop a comment below, and if you want more untold stories from Hollywood's biggest films, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell. Because what's coming next is even crazier. The next time you watch 300, look past the slow motion and the stylized violence, see the exhaustion in Butler's eyes, the pain in every movement. That wasn't just acting. That was real struggle, real commitment, real consequences. And if you think 300 was intense, wait until you hear what really happened behind the scenes of his next big role. Even years after filming ended, Butler still carried the weight of Leonidas not just in his body, but in his soul. He once said that walking away from 300 was like leaving behind a piece of himself. And for fans, that dedication became part of the myth. It gets deeper the more you look, the more you realize how much of Gerard Butler bled into that role. This wasn't a performance, it was a sacrifice. Behind every epic shot is an unseen story of endurance, of pain, of sleepless nights, of countless takes until everything looked perfect. Yet Butler never complained. He knew this was his moment, and he gave everything to it. But the industry took notice. Directors, producers, audiences. Everyone realized he wasn't just a new face, he was a force. But fame didn't heal his body. And the scars, they told their own story. What few fans realize is that 300 wasn't just a career maker. It was a crucible. It separated pretenders from legends. And Butler? He emerged not just as Leonidas, but as one of the most dedicated actors of his generation. That kind of transformation, it only happens once. And perhaps the most haunting part of it all, Gerard Butler says he'd do it again. Every injury, every sleepless night, every drop of sweat. Because 300 wasn't just a film, it was a calling. One that demanded everything and gave something timeless in return. That kind of commitment is rare. That kind of sacrifice, almost unheard of. But that's what made 300 unforgettable, and why Butler's Leonidas will echo through cinematic history forever.